It seems like guys are getting lost left and right in NFL training camps. First, it was Dennis Pitta with the Baltimore Ravens, Super Bowl winning Baltimore Ravens, out for the year. And now Turk McBride was lost today for the Chicago Bears, a starting defensive end. And over the weekend, we learned that the #1 receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, Jeremy Maclin, tore his ACL, the same ACL that he tore just before his freshman year at Mizzou. Now, again, he was the #1 receiver for the Eagles, so it is a huge, huge loss for a team that has a new head coach, will possibly start Nick Foles during the year. I think Michael Vick will at least win that as of right now. At least I would hope for Vick's sake.
Yeah.
But now they're left with Riley Cooper, Jason Avant, Arrelious Benn, DeSean Jackson, and Brent Celek. It's an okay receiving core. I mean, Riley Cooper is more of a special teams guy. But the one guy that I think can really shine from all of this is the University of Illinois product, Arrelious Benn.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he was drafted by the Bucks. He was a first-round pick. I'm expecting better things for him. He's very talented. But, I mean, it's a huge, huge loss.
It's a huge loss. Obviously, he was a huge contribution to the team. You know, you hate to see him take himself out of the game so early. You know, and it was a no contact
by tearing his ACL.
Yeah, it was a no contact practice, correct?
Yeah.
I'm like, in the words of the great Allen Iverson, practice. We talking about practice. Like, how hard were you going in practice?
Oh, that's the point you're making? How hard were you going?
He must have been going really hard. It's a no contact practice, and he tore his ACL. Like, that's an injury that's not easy to come back from, you know.
Okay, so you said Allen Iverson. I thought that your point was going to be, why are we even practicing? Because his whole thing was, we're talking about practice.
No, I just meant like, you know, like you were going hard in practice.
All
like,
right,
you know.
understood.
But the ACL, that's a hard injury to come back from.
It's a hard one to come back from, but as I said, it's the same leg.
Yeah.
That he tore his ACL in. Before his freshman year at Mizzou, and he bounced back fine, and he's contributed greatly to this team. So, I mean, if anybody could come back, it's him.
And he's only 25. He's only 25.
Yeah.
My only concern is that, you know, obviously you're in the pros now, and football is a hard sport, you know, so the careers in football aren't lasting that long these days.
No, especially for running backs.
You know, and that's my point. So, you know, hopefully he can bounce back from this and be that contribution to the team again. But it's just unfortunate, like the whole season.
Yeah, whole season.
That sucks.
A lot of guys are getting lost during training camps.
I know.
Why? How?
Practice? We talking about practice?
Nah, that can't be it.
They're about to start boycotting practice.
Nah, I don't know what it is. I'm not putting it on the training staffs or anything, but maybe they're not getting stretched properly. I mean, it's something. Because we're seeing these vast,
this is unusual.
Variety
of
very weird injuries. The sport with the weirdest injuries though is baseball. Because like, I mean, you could sneeze and you throw out your back for like 2 months. So I mean, like those are the weirdest injuries.
Right, but that money is guaranteed, unlike in football.
Yeah, well, football contracts are also not as much. The other big guy that I had to mention was Zach Ertz, the tight end out of Stanford, who I really wanted the Bears to get. He's going to be great. He's going to go, this is his contract year, so he's going to be a free agent next offseason.
Right.
So now, out of anything, if you're an Eagles fan, you're like,
yeah.
Because now you get to keep him, at least for another year. I mean, they haven't been at odds, but, I mean, he was set to become a free agent. He easily could have left, and now it's like, oh, well, guess I'll just go back.
But, you know, I think he likes Philadelphia. You know, he likes Philadelphia. He likes
That's a hard place to like.
But if you are
not in the studio.
If you're an NFL star in Philadelphia, it may be a little bit easier because then the city loves you. He's performing, you know. But Philly is a city where if you're not performing, they're gonna let you know.
Yeah. The only guys that could survive in Philadelphia are Rocky Balboa
and Joe Frazier
and Vince Papale. Oh, there's 3.
And Joe Frazier.
Yeah. All right. Oh, also, I got to mention this. RG3 and Wes Welker reached out to him, so I thought that was really nice. So kudos to them.
Because they're bouncing back from injuries as well.
Yes, they are. Both are.